Hello. It's Andy here with iLearning Crypto episode 17, which is how to spot a scam. Now, guys, one thing that doesn't seem to depend on the market is cryptocurrency scams. And it doesn't matter the market's way down, it doesn't matter whether the market's buzzing at an all-time highs, it doesn't matter. They keep getting churned out. And I'm here today. I'm going to talk about a few of those. And I'm going to tell you how to spot them. I've got a checklist. I've been doing this. I've been involved in cryptocurrency since 2015, December 2015. I earned my first Bitcoin. And I don't care. I'm going to tell you, I earned that with a program that actually turned out to be a scam. So I've made a lot of the mistakes. I've fallen for a lot of the backstories and believe what I saw on websites. So I'm here to help you to avoid doing exactly the same and making the same mistakes as I have. But first, what I'd like to do is take you through iLearning Crypto. Now, what I want to do, first of all, is just run the 6-minute video with the dulcet tones of Mr. Brandon Ivy. So put your feet up and watch our 6-minute video. Then we'll get into the juicy bits after that. Thank you.
The cryptocurrency boom is just getting started, and you are exactly the right place at the right time to take advantage of it, especially if you take action now. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you something that can truly give you an unfair advantage over the masses. Right now, you can be earning cryptocurrency while you learn all about the cryptocurrency financial revolution that is unfolding all around you, including the world's smartest smart contract deployed on the Tron blockchain, iLearning Crypto. iLearning Crypto is the absolute best vehicle to earn unlimited amounts of Tron instantly and directly to your Tron wallet. Launched in March 2021, iLearning Crypto boasts a true follow your influencer smart contract that is 100% decentralized, secure, and will run forever. This is your chance to be one of the fortunate few to be positioned for maximum earning potential. iLearning Crypto has multiple education courses available, each unlocking more valuable products and even greater income potential. Brandon Ivy, our educator and consultant, will guide you through the maze of information. Tons of courses that are already provided and more added monthly. You will learn everything setting up your wallet to keeping your crypto safe. Brandon's weekly crypto talks will keep you up to date on the current news and events happening in the crypto world. Splitting the one-time purchases from each course 50-50 between the referring influencer and the iLearning Crypto payout vault is the most powerful formula that really accelerates your income boosting potential. Starting with Crypto 101 at 40 USDT in Tron and all the way to Crypto 105 at 1000 USDT in Tron, where 50% of each course will be deposited instantly and directly to your Tron wallet. Every third enrollee opens up a new term for you and enrolls you right back into the program without ever coming out of pocket again. And it gets even better. Every time the iLearning Crypto smart contract looks for those who haven't completed their first term, you will deliver free airdrop positions to those most in need on the 40 USDT and 100 USDT terms, giving them a jump start and can even help them complete a term. And you can complete an unlimited number of terms in any of your purchased courses. As you continue to enter into the new terms in any of the courses, you will also qualify to receive term bonuses. On stage 1, when completing 50 terms, you'll earn a 250 USDT bonus in Tron. Stage 2, complete 100 terms, earn a 500 USDT bonus. Stage 3, 250 terms, 1000 USDT bonus. As you go through the stages, you earn more and more free Tron. And this process continues to stage 16 when you complete 250,000 terms, earning you an astounding 1.25 million USDT bonus in Tron. So you're not a recruiter or don't want to sell, iLearning Crypto is for you too. The first 10,000 enrollees to activate up to and including Crypto 105 will automatically qualify for the Daily Rewards program. earning an equal share of 5% of the daily deposits to the iLearning Crypto Payout Vault for life. This bonus is 100% passive daily income. Then we have the iLearning Crypto Signals, producing and delivering great results so far. The AI Trading Bot gives you the ability to take advantage of third-party signals bot that connects to an account you control and trades on your behalf. Your crypto never leaves your wallet and is in your possession at all times. You never share your earnings with anyone or pay a commission. When you become an iLearning Crypto influencer, you are assigned an ID and your Tron wallet is permanently connected to the smart contract. You can earn from enrolling new influencers on your purchased product courses, and if someone you enroll goes faster through the courses and skips over you, you will miss out on available profits. But your enrollees never leave you, and you will get them back once you catch up to the course they're in. iLearning Crypto's Telegram bot can notify you not only of your real-time earnings, but also when you are about to miss out on potential earnings from enrollments and what immediate actions you should take. iLearning Crypto is not an HYIP or get-rich-quick program. Real products and services of real value that provide you with a real opportunity to generate unlimited wealth starting right now. iLearning Crypto offers all the support, resources, tutorials, and training necessary for you to be successful. All you need to do to get started is a clever TronLink or Token Pocket wallet funded with enough Tron to activate your courses. Get started now with as little as 40 USDT worth of Tron. And for those who understand the absolute massive earning potential, all courses can be purchased in quick succession. Then simply share your iLearning Crypto link with others. Forget about spillover. Our iLearning Crypto members are earning massive spill up. Crypto educational products, free airdrop positions, massive term rewards, Leadership League prize pool, daily rewards, bonus AI trading bot, Telegram notifications, and real live support are just some of the added amazing features that await you with iLearning Crypto, plus secrets yet to be revealed. Get paid in crypto directly to your own personal digital wallet. To get started or have any questions answered, get back to the person who showed you this video now. Welcome to iLearning Crypto, the smartest smart contract. Earn while you learn, and learn while you earn.
Okay, folks, that is iLearning Crypto, and I should say just a sub note to that. The trading bot is no longer available. Now, the reason that is because the provider for that, unfortunately, there weren't that many people subscribing, so they have withdrawn it because at the end of the day, they needed to earn some money themselves. So unfortunately, the references to the trading bot are no longer appropriate at all. So that's just to inform you of that. Okay, so as I said, I got involved in cryptocurrency in 2015. Now, as I said, I earned it through, unbeknown to me, this magical program where I gave them my money and they traded with it, apparently, and it gave me some funds. And then I brought some people in. Now, there was multiple currency options. You could pay in dollars. You could pay via various payment processors. I'll come to one of those in a while. And then I brought some people on board. I shared this because it was so good. And one of those people paid by using Bitcoin, and I earned commissions in Bitcoin, and I didn't know what to do with it. Now, I went on YouTube, I looked around, and I went to certain people who I thought knew about Bitcoin. Had I had the education that I had here with iLearning Crypto back then, I would have known all about it. I would have known exactly what I was involved in, and subsequent things I also got involved in. So I'm here tonight just to take you through and give you a little advice, give you a little checklist. If you follow the checklist, there will only be one conclusion in your mind about the opportunity that you're being presented with by whoever is doing it. And as I said, it doesn't matter if Bitcoin's $67,000 or $7,000. These things just happen all the time. let's just get into it now. I just want to open up a little presentation that I have. Let me just open it up. And I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I'm just checking that you can see that all right, guys. Let me just check online. Yeah, I can see you can. That's cool. Let's get into this right now. Okay, I will be zapping about from one to the other because I've got a lot of actual sites, and I'm actually going to take you through also spotting a fake profile because a lot of you maybe follow me will know that I expose a lot of these on a weekly, daily basis. So, okay, when you are presented with an opportunity. Now, I get these, I get people spamming them. I get people, friends even, talking to me about them and swearing blind that these things are legit. And it's down to education. It's down to education. It just brings back what iLearning Crypto is all about. I'm going to check through, I'm going to do a checklist, and then I'm going to show you some actual examples of what we're talking about. So obviously, if people come to me and ask me about an opportunity, what I first ask them is, what's it called? A lot of them will go, oh no, you need to attend a Zoom, blah, blah, blah. I say, no, I just want to know what it's called. And I want your link. Because the first thing I do is I will check their website. That's the first thing I will do. So let's have a look at that. I want to just show you something here, guys, right at this minute. I go to the website. Let's look at one. Let's look at one right now. A complete stinker. Okay, here's one. ZebTechCapitals.com. ZebTechCapitals.com. The website, you can tell a lot from these websites. These websites are churned out. Now, there's various types of scam out there. This one is what I would call a HYIP, HYIP, high yield investment program, if you're mad enough to get involved. Now, what you want to check from the website is, first of all, this homepage on this website. I mean, look at the figures that this thing is professing to give out. 2.5% over 7 days. And your minimum deposit $150. Absolutely mental. There's nobody on planet Earth, no trader on planet Earth can possibly guarantee that. Possibly guarantee that. And then it goes up. That's the smallest one, 3.5%, 4.5%, 5.7.5% if you're willing to part company with $100,000. Guys, if you are, I really seek some serious healthcare, mental health care. But I mean, look at these. Now, the one thing, red flags about us. They've usually got a really fancy backstory, and I think they get scripts. Welcome to ZebTech Capitals. We are a main organization that, and now again, red flags. This is supposed to be registered in the UK. It's in pidgin English. So basically, I'm not pointing the fingers, but a lot of these are from Eastern Europe. A lot of these are Eastern Europeans scams set up. And they've probably just stuck some text in whatever language, whether it's Russian or Bulgarian, whatever it happens to be, and they've stuck it into Google Translate, which isn't accurate. Now, this is supposed to be based in the UK. We are a main organization that emphasis on Forex market and cryptographic money parts. I mean, there's your first red flag on that. If the massive percentages haven't put you off, there it is. It's in pidgin English. Why? They've been doing business since 2003. Okay, guys, let's have a look at that information in a little more detail. I'm going to take the domain, right? Copy the domain name, zebtechcapitals.com. Here's a very useful site, folks. Who.is. Who.is. That will give you a lot of information about any website and the date of incorporation, etc., registration. So if I put that in, let's have a look at zebtechcapitals.com that have been trading since 2003. Quite how they were doing that in cryptographic currencies is another story, because obviously they weren't around then. But anyway, let's have a look. ZebTech Capitals. So write that down, guys, because this is what you need to do. This is part of the checklist. zebtechcapitals.com. When was it registered? Well, it wasn't registered in 2003. In fact, it was registered on the 11th of January 2022. 2022. So that story doesn't stack up already. So there's the Pidgin English. That's the Pidgin English side of it. That should throw up a load of red lights already. Plus those incredible stories of returns that they're talking about as well. Absolutely crazy returns, totally unachievable, huge Ponzi scheme. Now they seem very proud of this. They keep showing it. I'm going to tell you something today. And again, if you don't take anything home from this call tonight, take this home. They're very proud to tell us and show their certificate that they are a reliable and registered company in the United Kingdom. Okay, guys, I'm from the United Kingdom. Do you know what it takes to register a company in the United Kingdom? See, a lot of people outside the United Kingdom, for some reason, well, just because the UK, we consider to be reputable, and it is, but they're a bit behind the times. Anybody in this audience, you can inbox me today, give me your name, or make up a name. We just make up names. So I'll call myself Michael Mouse, and you call yourself Donald Duck. Now, the two of us, all we need is £12. £12. No ID whatsoever. We need £12. Two names. One is a director, and the other one is a company secretary. And the only other thing we need is an office address, so we can book a virtual office with any office provider in the UK. So we just register a virtual office, register the company there. The secretary needs to give a legitimate address in the UK. So you just literally look up a postcode and get an address. As long as that address exists, you're good. They don't ask you for ID, proof of address, or anything. So all the scams register in the United Kingdom. I say all, most of them. There is a loophole now, and I'm seeing more and more of these registering in Australia as well. So be careful of that. That seems to be becoming more prevalent. And as well as that, I'm starting also to see, and this is quite clever for a while for some of these crooks, some of them are registering in the USA in certain states. And they're registering, providing ID and doing whatever they need to do, but they're registering the company with a different function. They're not saying they're providing foreign exchange or trading or cryptocurrency trading. They're just saying they're a real estate company or something. So there are a few who managed to get registered in the USA, which obviously makes them look a lot more squeaky clean. Now, here's the other thing. Let's have a look at this. They've obviously got a referral scheme. Of course they have, because that's how it actually funds the people who think they're getting the proceeds from trading. Their payment methods, right. This is a legitimate, reliable, registered company in the UK. The payment methods are Perfect Money, Payeer, and Avcash. Now, Avcash, I think, is registered in Bulgaria. Payeer, I'm not so sure. But let's have a look at Perfect Money. Look at the site, guys. This is Perfect Money. The site looks like it was built in the 90s. It hasn't changed, and it's always, always, always the payment provider outside of crypto for a lot of these scams. It always is there. It's always, always showing up. I mean, look at it. Does that look like a reliable payment processor to you? Now, there was one a few years ago as well, and just as a footnote to that, a payment provider called Payza. Payza, P-A-Y-Z-A. It was like a rip-off copy of PayPal. The guys who ran that are now residing in prison in the USA because it turned out to be a massive money laundering operation. So I'm not saying the Perfect Money, Payeer, and Avcash are the same. I'll leave you to draw your own conclusions on that. But look, everything about this site it stinks. It absolutely stinks. But we're going to have a look at some others right now. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to go back to where I was. Okay, the checklist. So we've covered the website, having a look at the actual website itself. And the domain, we've looked at the domain. Always check that the backstory on the website matches what the domain, looking up the domain on who.is tells you. On the date and country of registration, we've looked at that. Set daily return. Look at that, guys. There's no way that anything that where you are giving people money to trade with, any of them, and they're returning your funds with some interest, I haven't seen any that are not scams. I've been involved in some, but I haven't seen any that aren't scams. None, bar none. And they never should. Some of them are quite clever. They give you, oh, well, you can use our signals, but you know what? Nobody ever does. People just want to return, and that's why they join them. Now, the last thing on there, I'm going to look at some other sites just while we're talking here. Let's look at some other sites, because I am going to actually show you a real fake profile as well. That actually ties in with an opportunity that I was shown. I'll tell you the story about that shortly. I'm going to show you some other sites as well. Let's just have a look again at some of them are comical. Some of them are comical. Let's have a look at one. There's a thing that's become quite common recently, and it's a thing that behind MLM call it a Boris CEO. Or what's a Boris CEO? Well, again, you've got sites whereby they're supposed to be based in the UK. And then they've got these actors who they've probably got off Fiverr, and they pose for certain videos and talk. And usually they're in Eastern European accents. Now, we had a very elaborate one last year where there was a guy actually became the head of the company, and he fronted the company. And he went right through until it collapsed. He took all the flack. He's obviously paid quite a lot of money to do it. But look at the videos. The videos are always a giveaway. If you're based in the States, please keep your eyes open, because I noticed there was one who had a marketing video, and the guy had a socket behind him on the wall. That socket wasn't a UK socket. Look, pay close attention. There was one last year, Crypto Future. I know some people did it. Don't take offense, guys. We've all done these. Crypto Future, I told a few people, that's a scam. 100%. Because they were purporting to have an office based in Liverpool. They had a fake video with their name on a building that was actually in London. So immediately I was like, that's a scam. And the sign moved in the video. It was actually superimposed. It wasn't part of the actual building. Red flag. But everybody jumped on it and it collapsed within weeks. And they showed some mining rigs. There's about 6 on a shelf. And that was supposedly providing some of the returns they were offering. Guys, 4 mining rigs wouldn't pay, would probably not buy you a cup of coffee every day, let alone pay thousands of people like. Got to look at these things. Let's have a look at one. This is hilarious. I'm going to share the audio on this one. Now, this is really catchy name. Let's look at this. This was called Be On Wise. What a catchy name that is. I mean, what? Now, they went beyond it. They had their first Australia office. Let's have a look at their first Australia office video right now. Very nice. Based in Sydney, supposedly. Stock footage. I make these videos, guys, so I know exactly what we're looking at. They've invested in some company masks. Very cool. They've rented an office building and got a bunch of actors to sit there. More company masks. Spent about £30 on those. Oh, he didn't get one. Okay, I think you can get a flavor for what I'm talking about, guys. Now, that was a thing called Be On Wise. Do you want to see Be On Wise's website today? I went and looked it up. It's gone. It's gone. Okay, so this is what ultimately is going to happen to all of these. They're going to disappear. They're going to disappear with your money if you allow it. And we're here to help you to avoid just doing just that, guys. Let me just stop sharing. As I said, I've made a lot of these mistakes. That's why I'm sharing this right now. And if it ruffles a few feathers to some people, I don't really care, because if it helps one person to avoid these scams, then I'm a happy guy. I'm a happy guy. Now, let's have a look at this. This was kind of inspired by Brandon mentioned something by a name, which Brandon doesn't often do, but I think it just annoyed him so much that he felt he had to. And he mentioned Hyperverse, Hyperfund, whatever it is now called. I don't even know because they've changed the name that much. And that for me, people pointed to the longevity of it. They said, oh, it's lasted a year and a half. I'm going to talk about longevity shortly. Longevity proves absolutely nothing. It proves absolutely nothing. All it proves is there's enough people in it still putting money in to sustain it. The last category on my little presentation was things to look out for, was what's called in the industry, excuse my language, but that's the phrase, is a shitcoin. Now, the mere presence that if one of these schemes has registered a token, a coin, if they're doing that, say they're in halfway through. Now I'll do this from, I tell you what, I'll do this from experience. I was involved in something called USI Tech. Now, I fell for that one, hands up. I thought they were trading genuinely, and we spoke to the owners and they convinced us, and it seemed legit for a long, long time. I went to the conference in London, and they said they had a huge announcement. And I was sitting in the audience thinking, please don't make it be a cryptocurrency. They're not going to launch their own cryptocurrency. Please, please, please. Guess what it was? They were launching their own cryptocurrency. Hi, Latoya. Yeah, these things happen. They're going to launch their own cryptocurrency. Now, guys, this is 100% the rule where this is concerned. If you're involved in one of these schemes, these trading schemes, like Cubatech, they were around a few years ago, didn't last long. These big ones, there's big ones that aren't just high ups, dead simple ones to spot, like the ones I've shown you today. There's ones that are very convincing. They've spent a lot of money on marketing. They do big events, smoke and mirrors. Now, USI Tech launched their cryptocurrency, and I said to a friend of mine at the time, oh no, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And what it usually means, folks, is this. They've run out of money. The Ponzi is about to collapse. So what they're planning to do is float this terrible rubbish coin that's worthless anywhere else but within that opportunity. And they might even set up a little exchange, and they might even get some rubbish exchange to take it on board, like Probit or whatever. There are exchanges who will actually take these because they're desperate. What it means is your dollars or your Bitcoin that you're paying them in, they've got it. They're going to now pay you in this worthless garbage token. That's the exit strategy. That is their exit strategy. And someday you'll go to log in and your site will look like the one I've just seen. I've just shown you. If there's a coin that is introduced, or God forbid is even there at the start, run a mile. If it's an MLM or one of these trading programs, run a country mile. It's a scam. It's their exit strategy. It's them taking your Bitcoin. And these guys have a target. These guys, a lot of those high-up schemes I've shown you, they'll have a financial target. They've also got 20 other sites ready to go. And when they hit that target, might be $200,000, might be $1 million, depends. They'll close it down and they'll open another one. And guess what? It'll look different. Different backstory, registered different payout, same people, and off they go again. And here's a fact. This is a fact. And if anybody can come back to me and tell me differently, I'll take my hat off. Not once in history has an MLM coin ever been successful. Ever. Period. Ever. I don't care who tells you it is. It's never, ever happened. And I'm pretty damn sure it's never going to happen. But the problem is, the benchmark used to be, I'd always say to people that go, oh, this token's going to go crazy. We've had, obviously, things like OneCoin. You had Dascoin. I was involved in Dascoin. There was a bunch of these tokens, coins. They were always saying, we're going to get on Binance. We're in touch with Binance. We're going to list on Binance. Never happened. But the problem these days is, since the advent of DeFi tokens, you don't need to be on Binance anymore. These currencies can go on PancakeSwap or on some other DeFi exchange. They don't care. They don't care like Binance do about the legitimacy of a token. They don't care. So these things are going to keep happening and happening. There's one out there right now beginning with the letter Z. I'm not going to mention the name, but people are telling me, oh, that's legitimate. No, it isn't. It's a load of rubbish. That's going to go. That's going to go. It's this year's Cubatech. Hyperfund. Let's have a look at it. Please tell me right now, look at this. This is a video, right? Now they're talking about openness and transparency. Looking back, and the guy in Squid Game is doing the chat. I'm glad he got another job after Squid Game. If you haven't seen it, it's very good. Agora of Athens, also known as the birthplace of democracy. I mean, come on. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. These are but some giants in the field of philosophy who shaped the thoughts of So, guys, that was somebody talking. They go on about openness and transparency. The guy's wearing a mask and a hood. It looks like if you met him in the street, would you go up and say, "Oh, how you doing?" No, you wouldn't. You've run a blooming mile. And that guy's supposed to be the head of the business. What? God, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy. Okay. But I know a lot of people went into that, and I've made the same mistakes. I'm not sitting here holier than thou. I've made the same mistakes. I'm just trying to help some people or even one person to avoid doing exactly that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take a little break. Then I'm going to show you how to spot a fake profile. Just one sub note. I mentioned longevity, right? We mentioned USI Tech. Here's the thing. USI Tech was never prosecuted for being a Ponzi scheme. In fact, they did get one cease and desist order initially against them from the Texas SEC. But what they did, the Texas SEC, they went after two of their promoters. And here's the thing, whatever you're being told, whatever business you're in, whether you can discern whether it's a Ponzi or not, if it's offering a daily return or any sort of return on capital, no matter what the CEO is telling you, and it's not registered with the SEC in the USA, it's committing fraud, securities fraud. And here's the horrible part of it. If they're committing securities fraud, you are committing securities fraud in the eyes of the SEC for sharing that opportunity, because technically you need to be licensed with the SEC to offer securities. And that's how these things collapse. The USA SEC, the massive SEC in the USA, didn't go after USI Tech. It only took some state level boards of security to go after them. And it didn't go after them for being a Ponzi, just for offering unlicensed securities. And once that they shut down several states, the money ran dry, because obviously the USA is the dream for a lot of these schemes. Get a lot of Americans on, they've got lots of money, of course. And that's how they bring these things down. And there's something, again, longevity. Longevity, I'm not going to mention certain things by name, but there are things that have been going for 2.5 years, and people say, oh, it's been going for 2.5 years. Yeah, there's millions of people throwing money into it. So of course it's still going. I've got a friend in Phoenix, and he keeps telling me about something. He came to me a few months ago, and told me about this thing. I'm not going to mention the name. I'm not even going to hint at the name, because I'm sure there's some people maybe watch this call might be involved. And he said to me, I want to run something by you because you know all about crypto. I said, well, I've been doing it for a long time. And he showed me, and I said, I don't know whether it's a Ponzi scheme, but it's definitely an unlicensed security. And he's there on his timeline showing what his weekly return, it pays out in weekly returns, 3%. Oh, we got 3% this week. And I said to him, how does that work? How can are they showing you the trading? No, but you can use their signals. I said, do you use their signals? No. Have you ever asked to use their signals? No. He said, they only trade with 30% of our money. It's like, why? Why is that? I said, well, there's where the profits are coming from, the other 70%. I said, anything where you're giving them their money and they're giving you a return is a Ponzi scheme. But even if they're not, they need to be registered with the SEC. He said, oh, no, they don't. We talked to such and such about that, and he said it was okay. I said, no, it isn't. So he said to me, because I knew all about crypto, and then I told him what he didn't want to hear, and he didn't want to hear it. So, that has been going since 2019. That won't be around for much longer. It won't be around. It's still paying money out of other people's money, and there's big chunks of money going in there. I know that for a fact. I'm not going to say what it is. You can guess from the information I've just told you. I'm going to take a very short break. I'm going to run through how to spot a fake profile. Sorry for going on a bit longer there, but it's something I'm very, very, very passionate about. See you in a minute. Okay, guys. Sorry, just got a message there. So somebody's enjoying the controversial tone of my presentation tonight, thankfully. Okay, guys. We've all done these things. As I said, we're not being holier than thou here. We've all made the mistakes. It's fine. It's cool. But Brandon and I, we kind of kick with the same foot on this one. Always. And it was Brandon calling out Hyperfun, Hyperverse, as I call it, that prompted me to bring some more. Let's have a look at fake profiles, because people, I don't know for what reason, they find it astonishing that I can spot a fake profile. Okay. Let's have a look. Spotting a fake Facebook profile. Things to look out for to suss out a fake profile. This is hilarious. I'm going to show you a fake profile shortly, and it'll stack up everything here. But I'm just going to. It's hard for me to flip between this slide and the actual showing you. But what we'll do is go through these first of all, and then I'll show you the real thing. Here's a checklist. Check the profile details. Does it add up? You know, I've got people who profess to have grown up in Glasgow and then went to university at Harvard and now live in Belgium. Does it make sense? Please look at it as if you met somebody, you know, ask about them, ask their information. If you met somebody in real life, apply the same logic. Does it add up? You know, I'm very careful when somebody adds friend requests me. I look at the profile. I usually add them because I want to see all the information, and then I'll just call them out once I realize they're fake. And if I know they're fake, I'll still add them because then I share that on my timeline to stop other people. But have a look at their photographs. Very interesting. Have a look at their photographs. Was a profile recently created? Big red flag is you go through the photographs and they've all been uploaded on the same day or within the last 2 or 3 weeks. And there's no history prior to that at all. And also check where they profess they're living. So if it says United Kingdom, have a look at the profile. Have a look at cars in the background. Have a look at the registration plates on the cars. Have a look at what side of the road they're driving on. You know, usually you can see things. You can also see how they dress. You know, Americans and people in the UK do dress slightly differently. You know, have a look at if they're at the kids' school. Does it look like a UK school? Does it look like an American school? Is there an American flag? Check that, because these idiots don't do that much level of detail. There you go. Do they have few friends? Have a look at their friends. If their friends list isn't private, have a look at their friends. If the guy's called John Smith and he's from Albuquerque, are 90% of his friends from Nigeria? Look at that. Look at that. Are they all recently added? Has he recently added? He maybe got 300 friends and 290 have been added recently. Big red flag. Big red flag. And they'll go, oh, my previous profile got hacked. No, it didn't. You hacked somebody else's probably. Profile URL. We're going to look at that in a minute. I'll show you that right now because that is the first thing I check. And engage them. They can tell you a lot. They can tell you a lot by how they speak, how they address you, how they spell, what way they address you, because you'll get a lot of people, say, for example, the continent of Africa, will call you dear, whether they're male or female, or call you sir. It's just a thing. And that's what they call you. Or Mr. Andy. A lot of my friends in Africa call me Mr. Andy, and it's just a thing. If they're addressing you in that way, or how they spell things. For example, if they spell color, COLOUR, that means they're not from America. It's just stuff. It's subtle stuff. Engage them. It can actually tell you a lot just engaging people. Let's have a look at one right now. I want to show you this. It's hilarious, and it actually ties into one of those trading scams. I've got about 10 minutes. We're nearly there, guys. Let's have a look at this guy. I'll tell you a story first of all. Short story, you'll be pleased to hear. A few years ago, a gentleman in the USA said, you got to join FX Success. I said, what's that? Oh, you pay money. This guy trades for you. He's called Brian Barnes. And you get a return at the end of the week. I went, I wouldn't join that at all, mate. And he said, tell you what, I'll pay you in. So he paid me. He sent me $100 in Bitcoin to join it. I went, he said, then you'll see it's legit. And I went, okay, if you want to. He sent me the Bitcoin. I joined up. Under him, he got some commission, right? And he added me to the group because you weren't allowed to add people to the group if they hadn't funded. And I said, who's the CEO here? Here's what he sent me. This is what he sent me. Oh my Lord. This guy, Brian Barnes. And I looked at the profile, now based on what I just said about the story stacking up, Brian Barnes is the CEO of FX Success. Woo! He lives in Vienna, Austria. His name's Brian Barnes. There's nobody called that in Austria for a start. Brian Barnes. Let's have a look at his photos. He must have loads. He's obviously a very wealthy man. He's traveled the world. He's got lots to show. Oh, he's got one photo and a picture of some Bitcoins. Okay, that's not good. His friends are mostly, he's only got a few friends. I'm not going to show who those are because they might be watching. But I just thought this thing stinks. Then, do you know what I said about the URL? Look at the URL name. He's that lazy, he didn't even change the URL name. His real name, as you can see from this, is Emmanuel Gideon, which sounds very African to me. And when I looked up Emmanuel Gideon, and there were 20 profiles, and all of them were African males. Sorry, please don't take this as any. I'm not having a go. But look, Emmanuel Gideon. That's the first thing you need to check, guys. That will give you everything you need to know. It's either going to be that or a bunch of numbers because they haven't even given themselves a proper name on Facebook. So Brian Barnes, the trader based in Austria, who was doing all of the trading for FX Success, and there were about 2,000 people giving this man their money, was actually an African scammer. And nobody seemed to have done the very basic thing that I've just done. And I said to the guy, give me the money, get your money out of this. And he wouldn't be told. And I thought about whether I should post it in the group, jump on take one for the team and call it out. And I did later on, but I didn't want to do that earlier on because people were getting their money back at that time. And I didn't want to, trigger the exit that he ultimately did. But guys, check the URL. If you're on a phone, let me see, there's a, basically I've just got I'm just going to check if I've got a friend request, and I'll show you where this is on a phone. Okay. Friends, suggestions. Here's one, right? All you need to do, the 3 little buttons beside the word message. You press that, and that will give you, whoops, if I can do it. That'll give you that link right there. Press the 3 little buttons, and that'll give you the person's profile link. And obviously, if that name's different to the one that's on the main profile, or it's just a bunch of numbers. Sometimes a bunch of numbers is just somebody didn't know how to change it, but it's automatically done, generally speaking. But if it's just a bunch of numbers, do some more testing. But if the name's completely different, big red flag there, big red flag. What I do is I add them as a friend. I check that. If it's, what I'm getting a lot of is a lot of American ladies. And you check the name, and it's a guy's name from Africa as well. I'll say, say it's Luke or whatever. I'll say, "Hi, Luke, how's things?" He go, "I don't know what you mean." Go, "No, it's Luke Aruba," or whatever it happens to be. And invariably, they'll just block me. So do that. Have a look at the URL. Be safe, guys. That's what this is all about. So I've shown you how to do due diligence, proper due diligence on an opportunity. And I use the word very lightly. And I've also shown you how to check out a fake Facebook profile. I really hope that this information has been interesting. And I also hope that it saves you from maybe losing some money, or your friends or your family. I'd urge you to share those fake profiles, particularly when I see somebody friend requests me and I know it's a fake. I will engage them long enough to get all the information I need, take a screen grab and put it out there. And also I'll check their mutual friends, and I'll tag some of those mutual friends and say, this guy's on your friends list. So let's try and work together on this, guys, and help other people as well. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Nice feedback. I really appreciate it. Guys, as I said, thank you so much for joining me and for listening today. It's been a privilege sharing this with you. And as I said, it's information that I've just learned over the years. Use it, please. I want to pass it on. This is my rite of passage. And I really, really hope it benefits you and saves you from a lot of agony down the line. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful remainder of your week. And please be careful out there. Take care. Bye now.